Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am LadySmitan, and today is part 2 of Hilltop Home build, and it's mostly furnishing and making everything look a bit prettier, so this will be probably a bit more fun to talk about. And this is the small seating area I was on about in the last one with the lantern tree, which I love. I was putting in lots of those backyard stuff, robot head, the audio things, what are they called? Stereos? That's the one. Because they sort of blended in with the black walls and sort of were a bit more hidden, and I wanted them to be able to have music wherever they were in the garden. So if they had like a big party or something, there could be like music in each area, or you could have music in the relaxation zones with the meditation mats and the yoga mats. So that's that. Making this patio area for the bar and the hot tub, and I added a seating area later on as well. I can't actually remember if that's this part or the third part, but we'll see, so let's keep an eye out for that one. Just adding in more plants and things everywhere, trying to make it look a bit more natural, a bit more lush. I do extend the patio area in a second to make it a bit wider so I can fit the bar area in properly the way I want to, and fit in the seating area later on. And yeah, so I have playtested the house a bit. I need to playtest it just a little bit more before I upload it to the gallery anyway, just to make sure that everything does work how I want it to. Currently everything seems fine. I've had to move a few pieces from what it looks like in the video. It's just like moving stuff around in children's bedrooms and stuff, and the office. I needed to move the desk over a little bit from where I've left it in the end, so you won't see that, and it'll only look very slightly different. I also had to get rid of the light in the teenage bedroom, which is super annoying. But yep, here's the seating area. So yeah, it was in this part. Woo! And there we go, using backyard stuff with the, I think that is the sheer, is it sheer? That's what I want to say. The slightly see-through umbrella. It just doesn't look very see-through at the moment. I think the lighting's too harsh, and adding in the little candle area and stuff. I really like this patio area. I think it's quite nice, and I like that it's all in black rather than super colourful, because lots of the other parts of the house are super colourful, so I thought I'd make that bit a bit more sophisticated. Putting in a small seating area on this balcony as well, just sort of to make it useful, otherwise it's not really there for anything other than to look good. So I want it to actually have a purpose, so just put 2 chairs there. And what is that noise? I think an animal's trying to get in my room, so that's cool. So that is, yep, that's what's happening. Just a second, this is really bad. And now I have a wet cat on my knee, so that's cool. So if you keep hearing a bell, I'm sorry about that, but she wants attention. She might also meep at times because she doesn't quite meow yet. But yeah, anyway, back on with the build. So just adding in more rocks and more foliage and all that good stuff, making it look a bit more real with slightly smaller rocks in places as well. Oh, ugh, you're so wet. What? So gross. Yeah, I've got to pet her or she'll be more annoying than she actually is at the moment. So yay for animals and distractions in videos. Anyway, moving on, I was messing around still, figuring out where trees and stuff are gonna go, and then I went into the inside and I started doing this layout stuff, so you'll see that now. And yeah, I think I might have do the bathrooms first in most of the house, and I'm not really sure why I did that. I sort of just didn't have an idea of what I was going to do for anything else, so I did something that I thought, oh well, bathrooms aren't going to be that difficult to do, and I sort of went for blue themes in most of the bathrooms. I think all of them, but this one's very light blue. The master bedroom's a much darker blue though, but I quite like it still. And I was just putting in the shelves here and trying to put little trinkets on top of it, like the tissue boxes and toothbrushes and stuff, because I thought it looks a bit more realistic when you've got all that things. And this bathroom would be used by both the children in the one bedroom, because there is 2 beds in one children's bedroom, and then there's a teenage bedroom as well. So that's sort of the main household bathroom upstairs. There is a bathroom downstairs, which is just a shower and a toilet and a sink. It's nothing big, nothing fancy. Sort of just because when you've got many Sims in a house, you need to have more bathrooms so people like can get ready at the same time and no one's smelly when they go to work or school. And there is even a bathroom in the basement, which I haven't added yet. I add that later on in the build. It might be in this part, I don't know, we'll see. This is the master bathroom, and I wanted to use that bath because I've never used it before, and Tiffany used it in the collab build and it actually looked pretty cool, so I wanted to use it as well. And yep, we go for the blue theme everywhere because I didn't know what else to do. And yeah, so I've got lots of blue in lots of places because, you know, it's my favourite colour. And I finally got to use kids' room stuff when I do the kids' bedroom and the teenage bedroom, which you'll see later on, and I'll talk about that more then. So that's cool because I've never actually used it. I haven't really played with any of it either. So when I do start my LP, I'll probably be super excited to use all that stuff, and you'll all be like, oh gosh, that's super boring and old. Why are you going on about it like it's so amazing? Because it will be new and amazing to me. So you guys will just have to put up with that if you watch it. And I please do watch it. So the rest of the house though is quite neutral colours because I felt the kids would get to have their say in their bedroom. So the teenage bedroom is like a purpley blue, and the kids' bedroom, which has got 2 beds in it, is sort of designed to be for 2 little girls. Though you could have boys in there if they wanted to have lots of pink and butterflies and all that sort of good stuff. But that's sort of what I had in mind when I was doing it. And then everywhere else is sort of browns and greens and all that sort of naturally colours, because I thought the parents would have control of the rest of the house and they'd get to pick what that's styled like. There's lots of colourful furniture on the outside though, because I thought that would be cute. And there's this little sort of massage table and massage chair area because I've never used them in my gameplay. And there was this space that I was just like, well, I can't just keep putting tables and chairs everywhere, even though that technically is a chair with a table next to it. But yeah, so I did that, put the incense there, and some of the other things from Spa Day, like the towels and the oils and stuff, so it would make it look a bit better. Yeah, and the drinks thing from Backyard Stuff there, because that's cool. The candles from Spa Day stuff as well, because I use them in most of my builds, I'd say, at some point, normally in bathrooms, but I thought I'd use them here as well, add a little bit of extra light, sort of mood lighting. I used these 2 chairs from kids' room stuff to sort of distract from the gross bit of flooring there that's messed up, but you know, as I said, you can change that if you want to. I just left it because I wanted all the flooring to face the same way. I made them sort of fun bright colours because I thought it would be nice and like sort of summery to have them that colour. And oh, just taking a sip of my coffee. Oh cat, don't move, stay still, you're super wet and it's gross. Oh, as I said in the last video, a little bit ill. I decided I'd record them all together to get them out of the way, so sorry. I probably still sound gross and I need to keep drinking. But yes, adding in all these cute little extra colourful pieces of furniture from Backyard Stuff, and the drinks thing there again. So just trying to make it look colourful and beachy on the outside areas, and then inside's just a bit more normal home because it's not styled to be a beach house, it's a general all year round living space. Putting in lots of fairy lights and outdoor lights and the incense there for when you're meditating or gardening, because you can set all the different incense auras for like focused and energetic and stuff. And then I start in the actual house, but I think I put this off till the end because I really honestly didn't know what to do in any of the build. So I was sort of just making it up as I went along, and that's probably not the best plan. So that's why everything's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, and I keep jumping back and forth between all the different rooms, and I'm not sure what I'm doing, and there'll be pauses now and again. I wanted to use the stuff from kids' room stuff because, as I've said, I've not used it yet, and I really want to use that furniture because I think it's cool. So I use it in both the teenage bedroom that I've sort of made and the kids' bedroom. The teenage bedroom obviously isn't as packed with items and stuff, it's a bit more subdued, and then this is the kids' bedroom. And at this point I don't think I had a plan for what kids would be in what room. It's sort of just as I went along and I was playing with the colour swatches and stuff that I decided, oh, I want this to be a like twin girls' bedroom or like just 2 young girls' bedroom. And I've not played with the void critters yet, so I want to do that. So you're all like, oh my god, you're like totally behind the times, but you know, yep, I am. I'll get more up to date soon. This video is probably also really weird because of cat interruptions and jingly bells and me just rambling as usual. Moving things up with the 9 key to put them in the places that I want to with move objects on. Making sort of like a teddy bear pile in the corner because I remember when I was little I always used to have like teddy bear shrines in areas of my room. It's quite common. I think lots of girls do that. So, and I wanted to put in the puppet thing, and this is actually when I decide that I want to build a basement. I just don't do it yet. I might not do it in this video, I might do it in the next one. But this is when I was like, I need to build a basement, and then I can have the puppet theatre down in the basement, and I can have a entertainment area down in the basement and a workshop down in the basement. So that happens in a bit. and this is where I was trying to figure out the colours that I wanted, and I really liked the light pink wood and the white wood together. I thought it looked quite cute, so that sort of like alternates throughout the room because the two girls have slightly different tastes is what I've sort of set it up as. And I actually did make Sims for this house, so I made the girls slightly different. One of them's a bit more girly and sociable, and she likes pop bands and all that sort of stuff, and unicorns and all them. And then there's the one who's slightly nerdier, and she likes reading and void critters and studying and all that sort of good stuff. So that's sort of the vibe I was going with in the room. So yeah, just oh sorry, keep losing my voice, which is probably a sign that I shouldn't be recording, but I really want to get this stuff done so then I don't have to worry about it later in the week, and I can try focus on other things, other videos and stuff I want to get up. Put the two Kulala lights in because otherwise you get monster under the bed, and I need to keep playtesting just to make sure that they do work and they don't get monster under the bed. And apparently, if you didn't know, you have to have one light for each bed in the room, so that's why they've both got one each, and they come sort of in similar colour swatches for each bed, so I thought it worked. So there's like the blue one and the slightly pinker one, and I wanted to put those two flowery rugs in because they sort of went, but then I changed my mind and put this big rug in because it comes with all the colours of the room, and I thought that worked better, so we get rid of those flowery ones in a bit. And I was just putting in loads of different pictures on the walls to sort of tie all the colours together, so there's the pinks and the purples and the blues. Putting in lots of posters just to have more personality for each person, because you know, you don't want every room to be a generic normal room, and I do always tend to have like families in mind when I'm doing this stuff, so that's sort of what I've gone with here. And there's the colourful rug in the pink colours, sort of like purpley pink, and then like the blue carpet underneath, so it blends both of their styles together. And I've actually, in my gameplay, this is a boy's bedroom, but I've kept it in this sort of like purple and blue style because I thought it was still cool and a boy could still have a room like this. It doesn't have to be girly because it's got purple and pink in it, so that's sort of what I've gone with there. And I put in the blue wallpaper, and I wanted to make it a little bit darker in places, so I added in the dark navy blue siding type stuff, which I've used in a couple of my builds, but I do like it. Putting in the dirty laundry because how many teenagers are that tidy? And there's the guitar in there and a stereo and some CDs because so this one might be quite into their music, and I've put some rock posters and stuff on the wall as well to go with that theme. And I know it's very like colourful and patterny, but you don't have to be a girl to enjoy colours and pattern and stuff, so I kept it that way. Oh, and in the final version of this build I've had to move the master bed over because they couldn't actually get to the opposite side of the bed when I've put the other furniture in, which is super annoying. And as I said, this is sort of more of a naturey colours with the greens and browns that I've gone for, which I think is really nice. I do actually like it in this room. I do change that wall back to the green sliding there, as you can see, and just messing around. I did put in, I seem to always put at least one closet from Get Together in each house I build because I quite like the interactions that you get with it, so people can cry in the closet, they can obviously do the try on outfits as a group sort of thing, kids can play in it, or you can woohoo in it and stuff like that, so I think it's quite funny to have that in your gameplay. And yeah, master bedroom isn't too fancy, I wouldn't say, it's quite normal because I feel you want a nice space to go relax at the end of the day away from the kids, that's your own sort of thing, but also as an adult I feel even though you'll have it styled in a certain way, it won't be full of things because you won't spend as much time in there because you'll be busy doing jobs and looking after kids and all that stuff. So I do put a seating area in there for them so they can sit together and like read a book and drink coffee in the morning, but they've also got their balcony to do that, and their balcony is their own safety zone or like quiet space I guess as well, where they can enjoy the views, and they've got the massage tables and stuff to spend time together. Ugh, got cat fluff everywhere. Thanks, cat. Ugh, God. Super awkward in my video, sorry. Oh, and here is the basement, so I do build it in this one. I think it changes shape a couple of times as well though, and I know it's really random and it's in a super weird place, but I just wanted them to have a basement because that would be cool to have that extra space. And I was making everything black that was sort of negative space, so you sort of ignore it a bit more, which is a trick a lot of builders use. And that's the puppet theatre that I'm putting in. I also put in a foosball table and a darts board and the don't wake the llama table in this part of the room. I moved the handiness table, like the workbench, into another room that I build in a second, which is sort of like the secret, well, it's not secret, but it's like an officey space where, like, generally I imagine the dad or whoever's into the sort of mechanical side of things, sort of like a man cave area where they'd go off and they'd like tinker about with stuff and make things and they'd relax and whatever. So that's what that zone's sort of meant to be. And I also make it very basementy with the other furniture that I put in there, like in the main space. There's lots of random boxes and picnic basket and stuff, sort of things you'd put in storage because you wouldn't have them out all the time. So I do that. I put lots of beams in there, sort of inspired by the basement in that 70s show, if anyone's ever watched that. And if you haven't, it's probably because you're young and you have no idea what I'm on about, and I'm old, so I used to watch that when it was on TV. And if you know what I'm on about, then you're cool, because you know stuff that I know and you get references that I know. But yeah, so I added in some workbenches and fitness stuff as well in the man cave area. And I'm just putting in all the foosball table and stuff. There's also random bookcases and things. It's a very mismatch sort of cluttery room, as they say. And there's a spare bathroom down here for anyone who does fitness or they go in the sauna, because I put that in there. I thought it'd be cool to have their own little sauna down here. Because I just don't really use those items as much. I've tested it out though, and it works. It functions fine. And we're at the end of the video, so if you guys liked it, please leave a like or comment down below. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye!